Photoshop 2026, is it worth it? Does it work? Do the new functions, features, menus, programs, whatever it is in it, do what they're supposed to do? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about all of that. But first, this is not a sponsored video. This is a video put out by somebody who has used Photoshop for decades, who was trained by Adobe, and who uses Photoshop on a daily basis, probably 4 to 10 hours a day, because everything I do in photography goes back to Photoshop. But first, before I get started, who am I? My name is Mike Patterson, and I've been a full-time professional photographer for over 41 years, located here in Western Canada. Not only am I a full-time professional photographer, but I've operated or owned, and I currently do own, a photo lab where I print for other photographers. So everything I do in my business is related to, well, photos, and editing them is a big part of it. But not only that, my love, my hobby is shooting pictures. So I use Photoshop even when I'm not at work. So I get a lot of work with Photoshop. I get a lot of challenges with Photoshop. And some of the stuff I really like, some of the stuff I don't. But let's get into it. First thing, the elephant in the room, is Photoshop worth the whatever dollars you're paying? Currently, I think I'm paying $24.99 a month. Is it worth it for most people? For most people, if you're just an amateur photographer that does it very occasionally, no, it's not worth it. It really is not. If you're a photographer that's involved quite heavily as a hobby, I think it is worth it. I really do. Yes, I know there's other programs out there you can use, and I have nothing against those programs. The problem I've found with those other programs is the following. They lack in certain areas that I really need them to work in, or they just don't go far enough in what they do. So they may do this, this, and this, but they don't go any further. So I find it quite a challenge to use other programs. Photoshop does just about everything that I or most photographers are going to need. Now, I'm not talking about Lightroom. Lightroom is a whole different program. And honestly, to me, Lightroom is completely and totally useless. Because when I'm editing a photo, I'm usually doing something a lot more in depth than what Lightroom can do. And I usually need more control than what Lightroom gives me. And Photoshop does that. No other program that I have found, free or paid, will do that as well as Photoshop. I don't like paying the money, but hey, it is what it is. What about these new functions, features, AI, all this other stuff that Photoshop has come out with in the last part of 2025, but they have it into 2026 Photoshop? Do they work as advertised? Well, honestly, no. No. Do they work? They do work. In certain situations, they work really, really well. Perfect example. The other night, I was bored, so I was watching some YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, and some Facebook reels about people who are these so-called Photoshop experts. And a lot of the stuff they were showing was what I call fluff. How to separate a black logo from a white background. That's a piece of cake. Most people can do that. That's nothing serious. How to separate a subject from a green background. That's easy. That's simple. And Photoshop, with the new AI features, or even with some of the old stuff, can do that stuff with no problem. It can do it with its eyes closed. You can be napping and it will do it for you. And it does it really well. When you get into the more advanced editing, Photoshop still struggles. No matter if you're using the AI features or whether you're using some other feature that Photoshop has just introduced, or even a legacy feature tool or whatever, it struggles. Example, I was watching somebody the other day separate a lady with flyaway hair from the background. Now, years ago, this was almost impossible to do. In the last probably 5, 8 years, 10 years, it's gotten a lot easier where you can use color select, where you can get rid of the one color and it's done. And they were showing that as Photoshop 2026 greatest function and feature that's ever been introduced. And yeah, the way they were doing it, it worked great. But the way I did it 5 years ago, it worked as well. But the other day I had somebody bring me in a similar picture and they wanted me to pull one person from the background and put them into another picture, and they had this fluffy hair. And it was an absolute nightmare because the background was so close to the hair color that I couldn't figure it out. Photoshop couldn't figure it out. AI couldn't figure it out. Nobody could figure out how to do this. It still struggles in certain areas, but it's good in other areas. One of the big things that I use in Photoshop, 2025 and 2026, is cropping an image and having it do content-aware fill, because the people were right on the edge, or I had to crop somebody out if I cropped it that way, and it works wonderful. Almost 90% of the time, it works great. But then there's that 10% of the time, it's horrible. And Photoshop 2026 still struggles with that 10% of the time. When I ask it to add some extra blue sky, no problem. When I ask it to add some extra blue sky with a tree, not a problem most of the time. When I ask it to add some inside wall space in a picture, all of a sudden it's putting in some goofy graphic in the background, and it just looks horrible. So it still does struggle. It's not perfect. A lot of the AI features that they brought out in Photoshop 2026 that you have to pay credits for, things such as upsizing, things such as sharpening, where you're using the new AI features and you're paying for them. I've tried it out multiple times, and honestly, I have not found it much better than the previous version. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure in the right situation, it's probably a lot better. But honestly, I've not found that. Maybe on the test subjects that they're doing, it works perfect. I've not found that. So it still works. Photoshop 2026 is still great. It does a lot of stuff, but it still struggles in different areas. One of the biggest things, one of the biggest frustrations I have with Photoshop and with any program is some of the stuff that's been removed or changed that I used a lot. Now, maybe it's just me. One of the issues I deal with is I use an old legacy Photoshop program to print from. It's simple, it's easy, it's wonderful. I set it up once, I can print all day if it's that size of picture to that printer. The new 2025, 2026 Photoshop, it struggles to keep all the settings correct, and it's just a lot harder to use. And they've changed so many different things in it. But at the same time, they changed one thing I wanted them to change years ago, and it helps in one area, but in another area you're struggling. So how can you use Photoshop? How can you get the best out of Photoshop? Whether you're new or whether you've used it for years. Well, it comes down to this: practice. And I mean practice a lot. Google how to do this and do it. Don't just watch the video, just don't read about it, but actually do the work and see if you can do it. Try AI. Let AI do its best and then adjust from there. If AI doesn't get 100%, use the cloning tool. Use levels, use layers, use whatever you have to use to make it work properly. But don't just think that AI is going to fix all your problems, because it's not in every situation. And don't stay back to be the old guy like I am and do it all by hand, because honestly, it does some stuff really well. So, do I recommend it? If you're an advanced beginner, amateur photographer up to a professional, yeah, I recommend it. Do I think it's going to solve all of our problems? Well, currently, no. Do I think it creates a lot of problems? Oh, yeah. I think there's a lot of areas that it creates problems. But use it. Get used to it. Google it. Try it. See what it does. See where its limitations are, and then work from there. So, until next time, get out there, take some pictures, have fun playing with it in Photoshop. Hopefully it works for you, and we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye now.